Okay, today we came in and picked up the lap siding boards for the front of the cabin and the trim boards also. And we just need to get the paint, and we'll get these painted soon so we can get them up.
We just got back to the homestead. We built these stands so we can put our planks on there and paint. And I'll show you the Terra planks that we got. This is a fiber cement board, so it's coated with cement and it's made out of fiber. So, I mean, it is flexible. One person can pick it up. It's 8.5 inches by 12 feet long, which gives you about a 7-inch reveal when it's on the side of the house. And then we also picked up the window trim right here. We decided to get the 5/8, which is about an inch thick and 3 inches wide, 3.5 inches wide. And we'll paint this, and this will go around the windows and the doors or whatever we're going to put on there, along with the flashing. And then Brenda picked out some paint colors the other day, and I'll show you what those look like.
Here's a look of the board that we use to do a little painting technique on. It's just one of those shingle boards. I purchased like 3 different colors so I could try to accomplish making a wood grain look on the front of the cabin. And that's what you kind of see what I did here and then this section. So this was our base color that I first started with. And then I used the top 2 that you see here to go over it with a squeegee. But I felt like it might just take a little bit more time than I want to do, just because we have so many other projects to get done. And we just need to get the front part of the cabin done before we get the fireplace installed. So I'll lean it up towards the arch cabin and kind of let you see what the 2 look like. This one feels a little too dark for it, because we're going to be doing black trim around the windows and possibly the front door still. And this one I think will just complement it well. Anyway, so I'll give you a look against the cabin to show you what these look like. Okay, so here's the 2 colors against the arch cabin. The top one is the darker one. That's called russet. And the second one right there is called sable. So let us know in the comments which ones you guys like.
Brenda and Isaac are going to be working on the outside of the house today. Isaac's going to go around and mark the studs on the outside of the house wrap. That way I know where to nail into when we put up our boards. And Brenda's probably going to do some painting. I'm going to be working on the inside. I need to place some studs where I know that I need to nail into and finish cleaning up and just making things some things tidy in here. I need to put a stud right here and then up above, right up that way. Also need to put one right here, and up above I need to put in 2 more right there. So some of these studs weren't there because I didn't have time to put them up when I was originally doing the end cap walls. I just wanted to get the sheathing on so we can get this thing enclosed, because originally we were going to try to have the roof on and completed before October was finished, but because of the weather and life circumstances we didn't get that done. So now I'm just going to go back and put them in there so we have something to nail into and we can start getting the outside completed. So far I got that one in, and I have these 2 in right here. Yeah, I'm working on this corner over there right now. I haven't been filming the cuts just because it's kind of tedious to climb up the ladder, get my measurements, come back down, cut it, and then double check to make sure that it fits. But once I get them all in, I'll be sure to let you guys see what it looks like.
Today I'm got the job of getting all the trim painted, so we'll get that going.
Well, I got most of the studs in. However, I'm 1 piece short, so I didn't get to finish, but I'm going to consider it finished. I got that one in back there, and then I need to put in this one right there, and then we'll be all complete. But next time we run into town to pick up lumber, I'll pick up one and finish that. But so far, so good.
I got all the boards painted. It's getting pretty warm out here. It took me a little while because I was trying out a siphon gun that I had. I've never used it before, but it was taking a long time to get the boards done. But I was going to show you guys what I've got. Here's the siphon gun that I have. Like I say, it does pretty good. It does a precise spraying. As you can see here on the box, on this back side, this is all the stuff that it shows like you can do it with. So that's why I thought maybe I could try it on these trim boards. But it was just taking a little bit longer than rolling it. But I'm going to try to use it again for the second coat that I need to do and see if that works out.
Isaac's been marking these, so I still have to put my board in here. That's why there's not a line, but 16 on center, 16, that could be, yeah, 16, 16, 16. All these are the cripples, but at least we know where to nail into, so that's nice. Same over here. Now he still has to do the top portion up here, but he's got a good bit of it done. Walk over here and check on Brenda.
Hi guys.
Is it getting hot?
It is getting hot. I had to put my hair up because I'm getting sweaty and trying to get all these boards done. I'm just, let's see here. I think I just got this board and the rest of this direction to get finished.
Okay.
And that, so.
These are all done?
Yeah, the front ones are all done. So we'll see after this evening if there's any touch-up needed or anything like that, but yep.
Oh, well, it looks good. Isaac and I just finished marking the studs. It took all afternoon. As you can see, we got all the lines marked and we retaped and stapled the house wrap back down. But I think that's really going to help us out when we put the siding on. Good job, Isaac.
Thank you. So we're at Home Depot again, picking up some lumber, PVC pipe for the blue tubing, and I got some scheduled 40 for the electrical wires. Brenda's getting some paint mix. It's going to take about 5 minutes. Brenda's trying to pick out paint colors.
Yes. All right, guys, so I know I said in the last clip that I said about what paint to choose. I'm going to get sable.
Isaac, what are you doing?
I'm goofing off.
Here's the material so far. So the white PVC, scheduled 40. My lumber, got a paint sprayer, and some great stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is I want to dig to my footer and just barely underneath it, just so I can put my my hose for the plumbing for the cistern. I want to just to be able to slide it underneath the footer here, and then I also have a 10-2 UFV cord for a well pump that I want to also be able to place underground here. So I'm just going to be digging this out a little bit. Well, I had to come inside the crawl space and dig this way, but finally got dug all the way through. I'll show you guys the hole here. But I can stick my hand in there and reach all the way through and poke out 3 fingers, so that should be good enough for a water pipe. Brenda helped me get the blue tubing in. It's kind of hard. She had to stand on the outside and push while I reached in from the other side to pull it.
Yeah, it was pretty tight at times, but it wasn't too hard.
But we got it laid out now, and we're just going to let it lay out in the sun and kind of stretch out a little bit. But I got to put the copper wire in, so that's what we're going to do next. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my electrical wire and my blue tubing in this 2-inch tube. This is just for protection, really. Just to cover it up while it's in the ground. That's really all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to backfill this. I'm going to leave this part open just so I can plumb it and test the water to make sure that I don't have any leaks. But that's the reason why we're going to be using these white tubes. that cord out. Yeah, it should be good. So I got the blue pipe in and the electrical cord, and what I'm gonna do is kind of straighten out this wall. So I'm gonna dig around the curves here just to straighten it out a little bit. Wow, that took longer than I thought it did, but I got it finished. You can see behind me, semi-straight. Got to tuck it underneath the earth here, so this bank, so I don't have to dig off this whole wall, but I think that's good enough. And then on this end, I got it so I can get, I'm gonna leave this until I get ready to put on the pipe, but that way it's already kind of lined up, and that's how much I have extra. Then we'll just coil up the wire here because it'll go from up and over that way when we get the cistern pump put in.